Hello everybody. Welcome back to some more Donkey Kong 64. Just finished Fungi Forest and we gotta go to K Lumsey to open up the next level because that's how this game works. It's a little annoying, but I guess it's a way of blocking it off even though they already have that.
I didn't think that sentence through, did you?
No. See, that's the trick about me, is that I never think things through. I just go with it.
So what?
Yeah, we're getting rid of the wax buildup in the DK aisle. And what's strange is that they also open up the last level too.
Well, that actually makes a lot more sense than... Well, that doesn't make quite as much sense as the other one.
What, you don't hide your cannons underneath giant rocks?
No, not usually. But yeah, that's... Yeah, that made more sense than the door opening, like, what, level 2?
Yeah.
Somehow, this giant crocodile shaking his ass made a door open upwards.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking, but there you have it. And... oh yeah, coming back here because now we can open this switch here. Because we have blue power. And for whatever reason, we need Chunky to open it, but we can only access the area with Tiny.
What? So it's so we got 110 banana, golden banana.
Yep.
The total
110 bananas, but daylight's still not coming.
So for completion, it's a 201.
Yes. So 91.
Okay.
Or it will be 90 after this one. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
I was thinking this is what, 17th video?
Yep, this is number 17.
Already. So yeah, I am.
Now I gotta find the
trying
exit.
to calculate.
There it
I'm
is.
trying to calculate how many parts we'll have.
We'll probably easily hit like 25 or maybe even 30.
30.
Yeah,
What
because
justifies that much?
because we have level 6 to go through, level 7, and then the end stuff. And by the way, the end stuff takes at least an hour, so that's going to be 2 videos right there.
Jellycut.
Yeah, and since these levels have gotten bigger over time, like Fungi Forest took us 3 levels, so this should take us about 3 or 4. So that will easily bring us up to 20, 21, and then the last level will be like another 4, so yeah, that's 25 right there.
Oh Lord.
Gotta get the angle right because it's a 2D object on a 3D plane. Here we go. God damn it! Fucking shit always happens. Anyway, we'll take the faster way. I can't remember if I did those boulders yet, but I guess we'll find out in just a sec here.
I thought we're done with this level.
Oh, we are. I'm just going into the tag barrel.
Oh, okay. But we are not done with the first one, right? There's still...
No, we're done with the first one.
Oh, really?
Yep. We did that back in, like, episode 5? Maybe 6. Basically, whenever we got Chunky.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like some extra requirements, like some gun or instrument you get in the later levels that you need to get something all the way back in level 1.
Yeah. Thankfully, this game is not that horrible when it comes to backtracking. Like, it's not as bad as, like, Banjo-Tooie, where to get, like, one golden, or one Jiggy, you need to do, like, backtracking, like, 5 times, you know?
Oh, goodness gracious.
But, like, the only time you absolutely must backtrack, is, for Fungi Forest with Lanky Kong, and that's literally it.
You got this game's version of Ice Cavern now?
Well, it's Crystal, but yeah, it's basically the ice level.
You just left a, like, I noticed you left a blueprint.
Yeah, because we can't collect it because that's Lanky's blueprint. You have to be Lanky Kong to get the Lanky blueprint.
Wow.
I told you, Goke, you should be knowing this by now.
No, I wasn't expecting it to be this retarded. I understood that the blueprints were changed in color based on the Kong you had.
Yeah, and because of that, you can only collect it by that Kong. That's why you can't collect the colored bananas as a different Kong.
Oh, goodness. That is that is mean-spirited. I'll say that. I'll say that. It's not a style, not a design decision I support in any way.
Yeah, hence why a lot of people go with the Tag Anywhere mod for this game. Which I can't exactly blame them for, but you definitely don't need it.
A distant camera.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I guess because of the angle that I was at with Diddy, and so it would put it into the wall, so they put it further away and away from the wall. That's my only guess. Oh, and the guy disappears, so we have to wait for him to respawn.
Oh, so you can't just go back and grab go back and grab the blueprint. Lovely.
Yeah. So we'll do DK next.
What is the justification for Lanky Kong being related to the Kongs again?
I don't know. They never actually specify. They're just sort of like, yeah, he's part of the Kong family. But the way that Dixie and Tiny are related is because Dixie is girlfriends with Diddy. So I don't know how that works, considering they have both the same last name, or maybe Kong is just more of a general name, like everybody here is named Kong, even though they're not related. At least I hope that's the case.
Like that French movie where everybody's called Pierre. The movie is literally called Life de Pierre, I think. And it's everybody's called Pierre.
And it's basically like one of the final scenes in Being John Malkovich, where everyone's John Malkovich. And all they say is Malkovich, Malkovich.
Yeah. Not a very crawling language, I believe. What?
I just said this guy's not respawning, so I'm just gonna leave and come back. That'll force it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you were saying?
Yeah, it's not like a that language in I Wanna Be John Malkovich is not the most enthralling one.
Well, yeah, because it's one word, so. Alrighty then. So now we shall finally start level 6. Yeah, this is level 6. Just gotta get all the way up to the top.
And again, there isn't much of a reason why. It's already. I don't know why I'm particularly harping on the orangutan when it's already highly questionable that a chimp and a gorilla can be cousins or whatever Diddy and Donkey are.
Yeah. I think Diddy is Donkey Kong's nephew. So there's an uncle in there somewhere.
I'm not even aware if chimps and gorillas are capable of reproducing with each other, which, if they are, very concerning.
Well,
we're gonna have to fight this. We're gonna have to fight this guy again.
No. He's just complaining that he got beat up.
Solomon is looking at me like he wants something.
Well, he's a cat. They always look at you like they want something.
Yeah. But I'm getting worried. He's gonna plot. He's plotting something dumb.
Yeah, he's licking his lips, waiting for you to eventually drop dead.
So he can eat my fingers.
That's where the good meat is. No, kitty, don't go near my mic.
That is it's an odd, like that animation of him breaking the ice is very odd because there isn't
like
the
the actual breaking of the ice or the punch itself.
Both really, because it doesn't seem like there is a proper connection between the punch and the it doesn't seem like the punch like there is no sound effect or a visual a good visual effect of the punch connecting. It's just you have the movement and then the ice breaks, so it's a very odd animation.
Yeah, the only real hint that you get that it even works that you should be using the super punch with Chunky is that his bananas are just on the other side. That's basically your only hint that that's what you're supposed to do. But I don't know. I figured it out at the ripe age of 6, 7 whenever this game came out, so I'm sure the only gamer who couldn't figure it out was probably DSP. Oh, and here comes the fun part about this level that everyone hates.
You know if DSP has played Donkey Kong?
He has played Donkey Kong 64, and apparently he hated it because, well, to be fair, he hates most of the games, but that's just because his strategy to beating them is to just brute force as much as possible to try and get it over with as fast as possible. But anyway, so the big thing about this level is that there's a one of these guys who's super massive at the top of the cavern who just occasionally starts smacking his club around, and every time he does that, Stalag tights start falling, and they always hit you at the most inconvenient time, which is whenever you're climbing.
Do you see what I mean about the ice thing? Like, he punched the ice, but it doesn't look like the punch connects.
Yeah, like his fist went through it, and then afterwards it was like, oh yeah, registered, now it goes.
Yeah, now the thing is supposed to break.
I don't know. I guess it's not the worst thing ever, because just me thinking about it is just sort of like, yeah, okay, I can see why that is. It's just, it has to do with the animation, and then afterwards it runs like something to see if whatever it connected to hit.
But it is odd because, for example, you have here with these enemies, you have the visual and sound cue of the punch connecting. That doesn't seem to happen with the ice thing.
Yeah, it also didn't happen in Frantic Factory when we were punching out the gates. It basically happens with everything that you have to use to actually make progress in the level rather than as an attack. Alright, and now we get one of my favorite moves for... Well, my favorite move for Lanky, but one of my favorite moves in the game. The Orangutan Sprint. So now we get to run really fast if we jump into a barrel with his face on it. And that's what we needed to do the race with the rabbit and fungi forest, so... After we're done here, we'll go back.
You ever played the 64 version of Resident Evil 2?
Yeah, that's actually the one I played the most of, with May... well, I prefer playing the GameCube version, but, yeah, I played the N64 version more, because it was easier for me to get.
How much does it go nowadays?
I think I got it for about 30, maybe 40 bucks, but I'm sure it goes for, like, at least 60 now. I know that the GameCube version is really expensive, because when I bought it, it was like $80. And that was years ago, like back when I was in high school.
Well, there ain't much of them, like, the GameCube version, for as far as I know, were not smash hits, so...
Well, yeah, because it was just one of those things where it's like, this is a port of a game from the PS1 days, like, why would anyone want to get it? Especially since it didn't really up anything. But I prefer it because graphically it is better than the N64 and probably the PS1, but, like, at that point we're just sort of counting, like, pixels, you know? Rather than, like, a quality overhaul.
Oh, wow. Donkey Kong's body horror.
Look, he's perfecting these potions, alright? Yeah, and still a few things that we have to do over here, so...
The next one is gonna give you a third arm and a second tail.
And that's gonna be on DK, which is the odd part.
Oh, then it's not... So it's gonna be two tails at once.
And then... But the benefit of that is that he'll be able to move really fast, like Tails from Sonic. And because of the darkness, I thought that was a green balloon, but it's like, oh, it's yellow. Okay.
Do you recall Berkeley Bits? There was that video about Tails being immortal.
No, I don't really watch much Dorkly, to be honest. I've seen, like, maybe one or two videos, but it was just sort of like, meh, whatever.
Yeah. They're still going around, apparently. As far as I know, I checked, I think a couple months ago I checked their channel. They're still going. But yeah, the funny thing was, like, they made the joke about Tails being immortal. And by the point where when it gets to the final fight, Sonic is not even doing anything, he's just eating like a burger and a shake while Tails does all the work.
Yeah, I'm guessing because of Sonic 2, right? Because whenever Tails got hit, he'd do the hit animation, but nothing would happen.
Yeah, it would just come back. Just respawn. Yeah, Sonic is just exploiting to the max his friend's immortality.
That seems like a Sonic thing to do. I've yet to play any of the more recent 3D games, which, according to people, they're really good. They're really good all the time, and yet people stop talking about them as soon as the next one comes out. It's strange how that happens.
I guess that was only funny when they were when they were talking about how bad they were the Sonic 3D games were.
Yeah.
I still have yet to play any of the 2D ones.
I've played 1, 2, and I think 3.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Or maybe I only played 1. No, whatever. I played a few of them, and they're all right. I don't exactly see the massive hype surrounding it. Like why it became such an icon, but you know, whatever.
Probably a lot to do with
Autism,
aesthetics.
yes.
Well, I'm not particularly aware of the numbers of Tylenol consumption in the 90s, so I don't know. Or the 80s, really. I can't tell. But, what's a good thing, those are infinite.
Indeed,
But yeah.
you just spam it. You don't have to aim.
But here's the thing, like, are you comparing Sonic or with, what it was for the time compared to the other platformers of the time it was made, or?
Kind of like when I played Sonic 1, it's sort of like, yeah, this is a fun platformer and all, but it's not a very well designed one, especially the first game, because the way that they designed it is like, oh, you want to go fast, but oh, to go fast you're gonna run into like literally everything, because they always put shit like directly where you need to go, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, the level design is not always conducive to just going fast.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, there's an obvious pit for you to jump over. It's more like you run into a wall and then they put spikes on the wall, and you can't like slow yourself down enough to like avoid that. It's like, unless you know about it beforehand.
And for some reason, there are spikes coming out of the grass.
Yeah, like an evil flux.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember like that woman with her hands on her feet, and I'm thinking to myself, what would motivate you to do that kind of modification with your body?
I think the big question the people making that should have asked is, was it a good idea for us to do it for the black character? Oh, this is weird. I hope I didn't cut out anything important by accident. Because all of a sudden it just ended and then... Ooh. Okay. Well... Or maybe I just cut out me just failing, and maybe I got those bananas. I don't know what exactly happened. So sorry about that. I'll take a look at my file and see what happened, but...
I don't know. I was drunk when I edited this.
Basically.
Oh, and that... What the hell just happened there? Oh, he's just goes invisible.
So, yeah, Chunky becomes invisible, but not his clothes. Which I guess is a smart and funny way to indicate that he is invisible, but also let the player know that where he is.
It is funny though. Like, it reminds me of that movie. What was that? What is it called? What was that movie with Kevin Bacon where he goes invisible?
I don't fucking know. The only example I was thinking of immediately was The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah. That's certainly an interesting movie.
I like the concept and the idea, but yeah, they did make some weird changes. Like, I don't know why they had to add Tom Sawyer in. You know?
Yeah, because I guess the producers were upset that there wasn't an American.
Yeah, we needed an American.
Let's shove a cowboy into that story.
Even though Tom Sawyer is like the last person I would expect to join the CIA or whatever organization he was a part of.
Yeah. It was a very... it was I gotta say, it's a very interesting movie in the way that it very much feels like one of those time capsule movies, you know?
Very much
You
of
see
its
this-
time, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. You see that movie and you think, yeah, this very much looks like something made in the 2000s.
The worst part is it wasn't even that horrible, it was just weird. I guess
I
I'm...
know...
Hmm?
I know Alan Moore simps hated it furiously. Like they
mostly
hate everything
because really the only thing it took from the comics was the idea. Like, the actual story that they went for was nothing like the comic.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they hate pretty much everything that is an adaptation of Alan Moore's work, often for very retarded reasons. I
Well,
recall once someone explaining why the changes at the end of Watchmen were so insulting to the original work, and once I heard the explanation, I thought to myself, "Wow, you're stupid." That explanation actually makes me sympathize with the decision.
I am one of those people that will die on the hill saying that changing it to Dr. Manhattan being the threat from the Squid was a horrible idea.
I'd say there are other things wrong with the Watchmen, starting with the comics, but let's not get into that. But I would say, like, when I actually heard a guy offer an explanation of why it should have been the alien, I thought to myself, that is terrible reasoning.
Well, maybe if you explain to the audience why you find it terrible instead of just
Basically-
saying it's bad.
Basically, he made a reference. Oh well, the whole point is that the alien was a reference to a speech that Richard Nixon did that only an extraterrestrial threat would be enough to make the United States and the Soviet Union unite. And I'm thinking to myself, so your whole reason why it would be paramount to have the alien in the story is a historical reference that not even most fans of the comics are likely to know about. That is moronic reasoning. Because, you know, I had read that comic up to that point, and I had no idea about the alien being a reference to a Richard Nixon speech. So it was I find it like a quite like an extremely weak reasoning to be upset at that change. To be upset of that change. I actually
the reason I don't like it is because it is true that the idea that it would make more sense that to have an extraterrestrial threat, even a fake one, be the one that unites humanity against it. But the fact that they changed it to Dr. Manhattan doesn't make sense because A, Dr. Manhattan is part of Earth, and B, as soon as at the end of the both the movie and the comic, Dr. Manhattan fucks off to some other part of the universe. Like, he's nowhere even in the solar system kind of thing. As soon as Earth figures that out, they'll just go back to square one, you know?
Yeah. But that gets into, I think, one of my issues with the comic itself, which is... I don't know if like, Ozymandias' characterization is not quite, I don't know, Ozymandias' plan and characterization gets weaker the more you have the power of, like, a historical hindsight. Because the more you understand, like, the whole threat, like, his whole goal was avoiding the threat of nuclear weapons. Well, the existence of nuclear weapons was the thing preventing all-out war in the during the like open war between the two world powers in during the Cold War. So it doesn't quite make sense that someone supposedly as intelligent as Ozymandias would fail to realize that. Then again, he was written by a retarded communist.
Well, the idea is that you also can't really say, well, you're applying hindsight is a 2020 kind of thing, right? And the problem is that you can't really do that, especially like 40 years after the fact. It'd be like, oh man, what idiots! They didn't know this, and it's like, well, yeah, they didn't know this, so how could they know this?
Yeah, but the problem is very much that Ozymandias is supposed to be the guy who is so brilliant that he would have realized something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was so intelligent he became a billionaire, yet he could not see how the threat of mutual annihilation stopped open war between two major powers. It is. There are other issues with the writing and like with the comic, in my opinion, like how the existence of Manhattan doesn't accelerate the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, I think it was sort of explained that the idea that it was still the Soviet Union was very isolated, so.
Yeah, but I recall, for example, like that the moment Manhattan pisses off Earth, and so the guy sees in the newspaper that, oh, Soviet Union just invaded Afghanistan, which, so the implication was that by that point in history, the Soviet Union had still not done that because of the threat of Manhattan. And the point very much is like, if the whole issue with the Cold War was realms of influence, you know. Eastern Europe and Asia was the realm of influence of the Soviet Union, and but with something, the existence of someone like Dr. Manhattan, that would cause, like, I think that would, like, it even explained, like, Soviet Union became more isolated. That would mean that their power of their influence over other nations would be gone. And would make more sense, like, why would other nations side with the Soviet Union when the United States has a literal god at their command? You know?
Yeah.
So,
it might be one of those things I have to reread, because last time I read it, I was in high school, but I would still recommend people read it. It is a good comic, and it is very important for like historical reasons, so like how it sort of shaped the comic industry since then.
Yeah, but I think when you actually apply geopolitics, the way it's supposed to work, it starts to show some holes. Holes begin to appear in the narrative, because the whole point, like, if the existence of Manhattan made the Soviet Union more isolated, that would just haste its collapse. Because, okay, the other nations that are neighboring Soviet Union would say the United States has a living god working for them. I'm not gonna fight them. I'm not gonna side with the Soviet Union. I'm gonna side with the United States. So that would, and even if the Soviet Union had become such an isolationist entity, that would just mean they would be destroyed faster.
Yeah. Anyway, so this thing here is really fucking shit and annoying, and I hate every single thing about it. It's one of those mazes that constantly moves, and if you touch the edge, you die. Well, you don't die, you lose an entire melon of health. So, at most, you have 3 chances.
But you already got the banana, right? So what was the...
Because I edited out a lot of my failures. And I'm just checking for colored bananas. But yeah, also another Alan Moore movie that I saw that I really disliked was From Hell. Mostly because it's a movie that completely misses the point of the comic.
Also,
Hmm?
oh, okay, forget about it.
Okay, we'll maybe talk about it next time. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Ciao.